Hey everybody, it's Ginger on Wheels here. Thanks for stopping by the channel, where today we're going to review how the Kaabo Mantis Pro SE electric scooter does off-road. If you have any questions about this scooter, feel free to ask me down in the comments section below, or you can check it out for yourself on the Voro Motors website, which I've linked in the description. Thanks again for watching. Now let's roll the intro and get ready to ride. I'm out with the Mantis Pro SE, and guess what? We have got knobbly off-road tires, 3-inch wide, from Voro Motors. All right, got a little speedometer here on my phone because I don't think you'll be able to see the iThrottle display, but there's some really cool trails right across the street, so let's just go ripping and rolling. I'm so excited. In case you can't tell, I'm been looking forward to this for weeks. Just haven't found a good time to put on these off-road tires again. Let's see what this thing can do off-road. Here we go, Voro Motors. Don't let me down. It's the Mantis Pro SE. Oh yes. Wowzers. Oh man, these off-road tires on the Mantis are legitimately changing my opinion of the Kaabo lineup. Getting a creaking noise out of the stem. Listen to this. Gonna have to readjust my collar piece up there. Okay, I can tell the speedometer isn't doing much good for anyone, so I'm gonna put it away. That way you'll have a better field of view here. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Well, it's very torquey. I love how torquey it is. I'm a huge fan of the tires and the nimbleness. What I don't like is how high the bars are. It's great for cruising. It's just a street cruiser, or for some light off-roading like this stuff where there's no big huge roots, or like you can more or less just kind of roll. But if you're on extreme off-roading, like I was just back there, where there's huge protrusions and going up crazy steep uphills, I mean, this thing just doesn't do that well with the tall bars. They go right up into your chest. And it's gonna be even worse if you're a shorter rider, because they're gonna go into like your collarbone, the handlebars. They have a creak to them, which we'll keep our eyes close on. If I didn't have the off-road tires out there, I would have crashed. I'm fully confident. That little turn I did right there, I could feel the front end sliding around. I can't think of anything that I can do right now to get rid of the creaking, but it is there. It's a thing. So you see this pathway right here? These little tree roots sticking out. They're about 3 or 4 inches tall. If you just plan on standing on the scooter and going over these, the Mantis suspension is too stiff. The scooter will get completely rocked by those things. So you have to put most of your weight on the rear wheel and kind of pop the front tire up. But once you get the front tire up and over an obstacle, it's really easy to just send the rest of the scooter over. But getting that front tire over these obstacles on the Mantis is a little more challenging than on the Wolf. So if you have anything a little bit more than this, like 5-6 inches, I don't know, I think it's just the diameter of the tire maybe. Yeah, it's just too rough almost. You gotta pop the front off the ground and hit the gas, and then you'll just roll over the rear wheel over the obstacles. It's the best technique by far. For off-roading like this, perfect. The Mantis is perfect. The Wolf might be too much. So just nice smooth gravel. Pretty bumpy, but not terrible. I almost forgot how fast this thing goes. hitting this bumpy grass lawn at like 25 miles an hour. Not bad. Tires holding up well. All right, this is where the super steep hills come out to play. So let's see how the Mantis does on these hills. Apologies, it might be hard to tell how steep they are because the GoPro's got the fisheye view. You can get a wider field of view. Okay, this is a really steep hill up here. Let's see if the Mantis can make it. Oh, no. No, it cannot. It cannot. Wolf Warrior made it up this. Mantis Pro, not so much. You can see the tire mark there. We got some peeling out and just came to a complete stop. This is the limit. Let me step back a bit. So this is the degree of hill. I don't know if you can tell, but it does have a limit. There we go. Just needed a little convincing, that's all. Taller bars do make it harder to get around corners too. I didn't realize that till just now. If you're cornering on a scooter with taller bars, the bars stick out farther that way. It makes you more prone to run into stuff on the left and right. If you got shorter bars, you're a couple inches away from the tree. Scooter. Oh, jump. Whoa. Whoa. That's really fun to do. Power sliding around the corners. Yeah, this is a nice little circuit back here. You can really break your toys. Mantis is holding its own here for sure. Nicely done. For the record, I do have electronic braking on setting 1, so I'm getting some assist down hills. I don't have like Superman fingers. PSI is what I'm rocking right now. I'm 200 pounds. It's holding up really well. No flat tires yet. But I can tell if you hit a log dead on going fast enough, you could still get a pitch flat probably. Or if not, damage the rim of the scooter entirely. For a lot of the footage, the bars are like in the lens because they're so tall. But I've got the camera adjusted now. Hopefully you can see more. Ooh, getting tight in here. Turning radius on the Mantis is better than the Wolf, though very limited by the length of the hydraulic cables, which is concerning, but they haven't popped out or broken, so this is not that bad. I know we always say that you're not supposed to lean against the handlebars. You're always supposed to lean against the momentum using the feet on the deck, and the handlebars are mostly just for steering. But when you're doing off-roading like this, it's literally impossible to not pull back on the bars. Whew. Get tired again. Group of bikers just passed me and was like, that thing's so cool. Oh, we got another one.
Dump it!
Maybe someday.
Yeah, I know. There's one more.
Can tell all the mountain bikers pedaling furiously up this hill are pretty jealous of the Mantis. I would be too. And I was until I had one. If you can look past the bar height and the creaky stem, for whatever reason it's doing that, this scooter is a blast off-road. It really is. It's got some limitations, but it's also very middle of the road price point wise. So I feel like you do get more than you pay for when it comes to off-roading this thing. Maybe not so much on the streets, because for whatever reason, top speed's pretty limited compared to previous versions of the Mantis. They reduced the output of the controllers. I don't know why, ask Kaabo, but maybe they were blowing them or something. Or maybe it's just because the battery on this thing's so much smaller, they didn't want it to go away in 10 minutes. Oh, snake. Oh, big jump. Oh, holy crap. Okay, stopping her, slowing her down. Wow. If that didn't break the Mantis, that was sort of an emergency situation. I had to send it. There was no other way. Ooh, I just discovered a really useful tip. If you're off-roading, you definitely want to be in dual motor, obviously. But if you throw it into eco mode, you don't have that top-end torque that you do in turbo mode, and the tires have a much harder time spinning out. But you're still in dual motor mode, so you obviously get the most traction you can. But if you have in turbo mode and you floor it, both the tires pretty much just spin. In eco mode, you get a lot more traction.
It was at this particular point in time that I met a guy named Kyle, and he was riding a Sur-Ron X electric mountain bike, and he was really curious about the Mantis, and he offered to switch. Of course, I took him up on his offer because the only other place I'd seen one of these electric mountain bikes in real life was at the showroom and Rev Rides in Vancouver, and I never actually got to ride one while I was there, but today was different.
I ride my one wheel out here every now and again.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
Wow, that's quite the electric bike.
It's
right?
something different.
It's like a motorcycle.
Almost. Normal twist throttle. When the kickstand's down, the throttle doesn't work. When the brakes are being applied, this is your front, this is your rear.
okay.
Same thing.
It's got the twist throttle?
Yep,
I missed it.
It's got a
Yep.
quarter throttle.
Ooh, buddy.
So if you go and just, I don't know,
I'll just take it
just
down
take
and
it like
back.
wherever you want to go and then turn around. If you flip it into sport and you punch it, this thing will, like it'll scoot under you.
Passes the trigger,
Yeah.
and then two brakes. Really, it's got electronic braking, so be ready for it to like assist when you hit the brakes.
Oh, okay.
It won't be linear with the...
Right. So
but-
same with that. You let off the throttle. I haven't turned the regen down on it.
Okay,
So
good to know.
It kind of just auto brakes, but it's not aggressive or anything. It just auto brakes.
Good to know.
If you want to take it slow, I'll try to take it slow and follow you.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I guess we better go like this way so we don't run into anybody.
Yeah.
All right.
That's surprisingly well.
100% charge. Let's get this thing a rip. This thing is so sick. Oh my gosh. The suspension on this cannot be matched. Oh yeah, the suspension's like pillows. Really? Oh, it is kind of intimidating. I could see it. Oh yeah. Oh, Sur-Ron, if you're watching this, hey Rev Rides, will you send me one of these? We could do some serious damage back here. I'm taking it slow because I don't want to break this, guys, but this thing has got some pep. I love this thing so much. Oh yeah. I don't know about this. Yeah, this thing goes where scooters don't go. Just, yeah, he's loving it.
Oh, what is this called?
That is the Kaabo Mantis Pro SE Special Edition. Yes. The suspension on this thing is just, it's like riding on pillows. It's like a dream. The Mantis has nothing on this. I'm getting one of these. I'm so sold. Completely heavy and inconvenient, does not fit in a car. Portability isn't even in this thing's vocabulary, but it's so much fun. So here it is, the Big Dipper, AKA the Gravity Bowl.
I'll put it in sport mode too.
Let's flip her into sport mode. We're gonna try and hit this Gravity Bowl. Hopefully I don't die. Taking the expert route down. Oh yeah, that's money. That's almost easy. Takes all the fun out of it. Let's see if we can do it on the Mantis. Go for it. Are you gonna do it? Yeah, send it. Mantis Pro SE. This guy's never ridden an electric scooter in his life. Oh, she makes it. Nice.
That was awesome.
Killed it, dude. Oh man, well that was epic. I just got to ride a Sur-Ron. If you ever get the chance, definitely ride that thing. It's freaking sweet. But we're back to the Mantis. All right, this section up here on the left, nice little flow section. Some cool jumps too. Hey, one wheel. Nice. A lot more electric gadgets this year than there were last year, that's for sure. This is 100% not the flow section I was thinking of, but hey, I'm having fun. I really do enjoy this Mantis off-roading. It's like a casual wolf. If you don't want to break a sweat and like work, let's just say if you didn't drink a 5-hour energy and 2 cups of coffee, you're probably going to want to off-road on the Mantis versus the Wolf. But if you're trying to push it to the extremes of what you and your scooter can do, Wolf all day. That being said though, Mantis is holding up very well in this hard off-roading. I don't think I was good at it at first. I think that's the problem. I just needed to get good at it and used to the scooter. That's not happening. 100% not happening. Unicycle? Sure. Wolf Warrior? Quite possibly. Mantis Pro? Not even gonna try. All right. So something really rare is happening right now. I've got enough footage to film, to edit a video of this, like probably more than enough, but I'm still riding. And I don't normally do that unless the device I'm on is a ton of fun. And I think this thing just kind of caught me by surprise. It took some getting used to at first, and I'm still not a huge fan of the tall bars, but this thing has really grown on me for off-roading. So bumpy on those routes I could barely say it, but it is. Has. That tip about switching it into dual/eco mode is definitely paying off a lot. I notice I'm working a lot less to drive the scooter now that it's in eco mode, and I'm getting just as much grip. Getting a little harder to ride though. I'm getting like sun flares in my eyes that affect my vision for a couple minutes. Seconds, not minutes. I know this section you can just bomb. Might even put it in turbo mode. Oh yeah, off-road tires essential. What is this? I could feel my front tire like sliding across the gravel back side to side at that top speed, even with this 3-inch tread. Oh snap, 35 miles an hour. My throttle's blinking, that means I'm running low on batteries. Just to wrap up, in case you were in the K-hole for the whole episode, I really like the Mantis Pro SE. The scooters are the bars are a little high for me, and I'm tall, so it might be worse for shorter riders. But that's really the only big downside I see to riding this thing off-road. I really like the torque. It might even have more instant torque than my original Wolf. Something about the new iteration of mini motor controllers. But I really like how nimble the steering is, like extremely easy to turn, lightweight scooter, easy to just throw around on the trails. And it gets going fast. The 3-inch tires, let's talk about those. Those are basically an essential upgrade on this scooter. Like if you have the stock tires, I wouldn't even try and take this thing off-road. It's very unenjoyable. But like I said, with the 3-inch tires, the thing rips, as you saw. So if you're riding this thing in the rain, I would probably suggest you buy this rear extended fender, even if you don't have the off-road tires, honestly, just because this thing properly covers the tire, and it would cover the stock tire too. So probably a good investment if you don't like muddy clothes. If you're deciding between the Wolf Warrior King and the Mantis Pro SE, and you think you might be doing some off-roading, and you're like, I wonder if the Mantis can even hold its own off-road. It totally can. Like, unless you're gonna be, you need the extra range that the King offers, or you just really wanna go hardcore aggressive, I can't see why you would spend the extra $1,000 on the King over the Mantis. It's a very niche need to have the King over the Mantis. Oh, I'm flashing. I'm only at like half throttle too. I might not make it home. You guys, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel for nothing else, please subscribe, because I walk these things home every time. It might be my own fault, but I do it for you viewers. I know you don't like watching the same scenery all the time, so I switch it up, and I run out of batteries a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna get to cruising home now, but I really do appreciate you guys watching, and huge thanks to Voro Motors. I really like that those guys are US based, respond to all my questions, have all the parts. They just seem to know their product more than all the other companies. So there are a lot of companies out there that will just buy scooters and then drop ship them straight up from China. Like, they don't even ever see them firsthand or open the box. But Voro opens the box and checks them out. They'll answer questions about the very unit you're gonna buy if you want them to. But the Highboy Titan Pro, on the other hand, has had a flat tire for like 2 months. I can't get parts from them, I can't get them to reply, and I cannot figure out how to change the tire. It's harder than the Wolf Warrior, which I didn't know was possible. But the rubber is just really thick and small, and that's what she said, but it makes it really hard to get around the rim, if not impossible. I even blasted it with a heat gun. The next thing I'm about to do is try boiling the tire, and hopefully that'll get it mushy enough that I can get it over the rim. But even with 3-foot-long metal tire levers, still can't get it on. Let's do a little speed run.